What's up, everyone, and welcome to another JS Quick Hit. Today, we are going to master two array methods that are seriously fundamental to everything. I'm talking about acing interviews, building real-world features, you name it. We're talking about push and pop. Let's just dive right in. All right, so to make this whole concept really stick, truly unforgettable, we're going to start with a super simple but really powerful analogy. Just think about stacking plates. Seriously, this everyday thing you do in the kitchen, it is the perfect mental model for how these methods work. You add a plate to the top, and you take a plate from the top. That's it. Keep that picture in your head because it's going to make the code make so much more sense. So, this really brings us to the main event, the core question. And trust me, this is a classic. You will almost definitely see this pop up in technical interviews. But hey, by the end of this quick explainer, you're going to be able to answer it with total, complete confidence. Okay, so let's break down the real difference here. Now, the key thing to remember is that both of these methods mutate. That's just a fancy word for change, the original array. They both work on the very end of it, but, and this is the crucial part, they do the exact opposite thing. It's this simple. Push adds stuff to the end of the array. Pop, well, it takes the last thing off. That's it. This behavior actually has a name. It's called LIFO, last in, first out. Think about it. The last plate you put on the stack, that's the first one you're going to grab when you need one. See? Simple as that. Okay, theory is great and all, but let's be real. Seeing it work is way better, right? So enough talk, let's dive into some actual code and see how this all plays out. All right, we're going to start with this really basic array. We'll call it numbers, and it just has 1, 2, and 3 in it. First up, let's use push to add the number 4 to the end. Now, here's a little pro tip, a detail a lot of people forget. The push method actually returns something. It gives you back the new length of the array. So in this case, it would return the number 4. Pretty cool, huh? And there it is. Just like we expected, our original numbers array is now changed. It's mutated. It now contains 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. Now let's do the opposite. We're going to call pop on our array. And you'll notice we don't pass any arguments into it. And here's the other key detail you need to remember. Pop also returns something. It gives you back the element that it just removed. So this operation would hand us back the number 4, which is, super useful in a lot of situations. And boom, pop dot did its job. It removed that last element, and now our array is right back where we started. Just 1, 2, and 3. See how that works? It's just like our plates. We pushed a new plate, number 4, onto the stack, and then we popped it right back off. That is the last in, first out principle. LIFO, right there in action. So you might be thinking, okay, they're simple, but why does this really matter? Well, because understanding these two little methods deeply is a huge sign that you have a solid foundation, and that is absolutely crucial, not just in interviews, but in your day-to-day coding. Yeah, this isn't just some random trivia. First, in interviews, this is like a go-to question to quickly check if you get how arrays are mutated. And hey, knowing what they return, that's what's going to set you apart from other candidates. Second, in your own code, using the right method just makes your logic so much cleaner, so much more predictable. And finally, you see this pattern in the real world literally everywhere. Think about your browser's back button. That's a stack. Or any undo feature in an app. You're pushing actions onto a stack and popping them off to go back. It's all push and pop. All right, so now you've totally got this. You've mastered the difference. So I want to turn the tables a bit and hear from you. Okay, so here's a question for you. We know push and pop are all about the end of an array. So what are your go-to methods for adding and removing elements from the beginning of an array? And for bonus points, what's the performance trade-off you have to think about when you do that? Let me know what you think. Drop your answer down in the comments below. Seriously, I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks for tuning in.